Hey guys, welcome back to Between Me and You. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about 5 ways into which you can become her. Because between me and you, the girlies are always talking about how can I become my higher self? How can I do this? How can I do that? And the reality is, the term everyone has been saying, lock in, you need to lock in. Like, I'm going to be real. And this is speaking from someone who's already told you they have suffered with lack of self-discipline. However, I know in the midst of me not being disciplined, I can also tell you guys to be disciplined because these are certain things that have worked for me and I've seen it work for other people. So the first way in which you need to become her is that you need to move your body. Whether it be going into the gym, whether it be picking up a hobby or a sport, you need to. For me especially, because I look slim, I generally never used to exercise. When I say never used to go to the gym, never used to walk, never used to run or do anything. And I feel like as you're growing older, it's actually, I'm going to use this the word I'm going to use is quite disgusting to actually not move your body, especially if you're in your late 20s, your mid 20s. Just in general, I feel like as a human, you should move your body. And as girls, we suffer from so many different hormonal changes, our periods, just everything. Being a girl is hard as it is already, but moving your body firstly is good because, especially those who go to the gym, there's a type of, feeling you get when you go to the gym especially and you do an amazing workout. You feel good in your body, you feel fit, you feel better than everyone. If you don't go to the gym, I'm better than you. Sorry. People who go to the gym, you know there's a superior complex that we experience because it's like, I go to the gym, I do 40 minutes on the Stairmaster, no one can chat to me. Like, if you ain't doing 40 minutes on the Stairmaster, you cannot speak to me. But yeah, jokes aside, women do, whether it be going to the gym, whether it be even paddle, a lot of the girlies do Pilates, a lot of the girlies be going to gymnastics. However, when it comes to fitness, results may vary. Just because your friend can go to the gym and do 60 minutes of Stairmaster doesn't mean that's for you. I like going to the gym, but I have friends who do 10K steps a day. I know that walking is not really my forte, so I stick to what I know. However, whatever you do as a girl, you need to be moving your body. Firstly, for health reasons. Firstly, for fitness reasons. And firstly, it just gives you a level of discipline. Like, why are you out here when you've never moved your body? And I don't care if you're size 6 or size 8. Just because you look slim does not mean you're healthy. You need to move your body. And however, find what you like. As I said, results may vary. Because someone does me, I went Pilates with my best friend and I haven't returned. She goes to Pilates consistently. I do not go to Pilates. I go to the gym. That is what works for me. However, just move your body. Number 2, this is for people who are religious. I am Muslim, so I can speak for more for Muslim girls, but even my Christian girlies, you need to ensure that you are establishing a relationship with your creator. But you need to be praying, you need to be speaking to God, you need to be reading your Quran, reading your Bible. And I say this because at any time where I've tried to do things by myself, it has never worked. You need your higher being, you need God, and you need to have a conversation with. And it's not even to be like cliche or God in everything, but it's literally have God in everything. As you're growing older, there's lots of demons you can be fighting. There's a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, as life goes on, there will be challenges we'll have to face. There's changes we're going to have to experience. But you need to have God in your life, to have conversations with him, to have a relationship with him, and to have that security. A lot of the time, I've done it as well. Like, my relationship hasn't been the best with God. I haven't been praying. But if I'm saying that I'm a Muslim girl, yes, I don't wear hijab, haram police, please do allow me. But the least I can do is what's it called? Pray 5 times a day, is reading my Quran. These are things that you need to do. And especially in this world where we become so busy with worldly affairs, you forget that you forget who is in charge of the worldly affairs that we are going through. So please commit to your Lord, commit to your God, and have that alone time, because a lot of the time you try to do it by yourself. Has it ever worked when you try to do it by yourself? Has it ever worked when you try to do things alone? God knows you. He created you. He fashioned you. He knows what's good for you. He knows what's bad for you. And you need to have those daily and open conversations. Obviously, with Muslims, with us, it's praying 5 times a day. With Christians, I think obviously it's going to church on Sunday or praying twice a day. However, you just need to have a good relationship with your maker, because you cannot do it alone. And honestly speaking, without even being cliche, but the peace and serenity only comes from God. I haven't found it anywhere else. If you find it somewhere else, comment in the comments and I'll see. But I've never seen it come from anywhere else. It can only come from God. And especially when you're becoming who you want to be and the woman you want to be, especially those who want to own businesses one day, want to be mothers, want to be wives, you need God in all you do, because the world is scary and you need to make sure you're covered and you are protected. So that is number 2. And number 3 is to ensure that you're doing something that brings you fulfillment in this life. And I'm talking, why are you living a life to say that you're not following your passion? Life is too short. Of course, you can have your corporate job or you can be working, but please follow your passion, because that's where you find fulfillment. Like, Stevie Harvey, I always watch these things. Your gift is what will make room for you. What you're good at doing, what you love doing is what you should always be in your life. Life is too short, so why would you not live your life doing something that you enjoy? If you know that you're great dancing, you love dancing, you're a great dancer, you should be dancing, showing the world what you want to do. Obviously, I don't believe that everything you're good at, you should monetize or stuff. However, do something in your life that you enjoy. For example, I love making content and stuff. I work as well, but content is something I want to do. That's something I want to do full time, and with my podcast and stuff. Ultimately, that's my goal, to just talk and present and do all the extra stuff. So make sure in life as well, you're doing something that aligns with your passion. If it's maybe once a week you're creating content, if it's once a week you're dancing, even if it's studying, like if you know you want to be a doctor one day, you want to be the top doctor in this world, study, make sure you are studying, and do not stop anything to do with your passion or you're studying for. No man, especially, yeah, please. I'll get into that, but yeah, just ultimately ensuring that you're following one of your passion and you're pouring your heart and soul into it. Life is too short, and as I said, if life is too short, why would I not in this short life do what I felt like I'm called to do, or do something that I enjoy, whether it be I want to be the best baker in the world, I want to be the best hairstylist, I want to be the best content creator, I want to be the best singer. Like, make sure you're pouring into yourself outside of everything else. I definitely think everyone should do. However, I also don't believe that everyone should do a business. So sometimes with your passions, you could just do it just to do, but think to yourself, am I someone who I can say I'll be a great business owner? Because not everyone's supposed to do a business. Shoot me, I said it. Not everyone has the qualities. I know that I cannot be a business owner. Well, now anyway, because I feel like there's certain qualities that I have that they might end up talking about me on TikTok. So I stick to what I can do, which is this, because you can't come and chat for me when I'm creating my podcast. You get it? So knowing what you can and what you can't do in that aspect. So that's number 3. Number 4, every woman, every girl in your life, you need to have a time in your life where you have dissented men. I think we need to start being honest with ourselves, especially if you're heterosexual. Men do have an impact in our lives. We are girls, we are beings, we do have emotions, we do have hormones. We are sexually attracted to the other gender, as I said, if you're heterosexual. And for a lot of us, men have had an impact on our life. There's not one girl I know who hasn't had a story with a man who has affected her in a negative way, especially. And a lot of the times, especially when you're getting older, there's always this conversation about, oh, I want a partner, I want to get married and stuff. Descend to men, like, they honestly, they come and go. And I know it's cliche to focus on yourself. It's not even about focusing on yourself. Just live your life. Live your life and live your life away from a man. Try it out. And I'm telling you, you're going to be so fulfilled, because you're not going to be crying about getting a good morning text. You're not going to be crying about if I'm getting bunned, if I'm getting cheated on. You're just doing your life. Like, enjoy your life aside from men. Like, I'm petrified of girls that always have to be speaking to someone, always have to be going on a date, always have to be in a relationship. Like, girl, have some time alone. Like, you do not need to always be thinking about man. Of course, it's nice to have it all bay here and there, but more time, a lot of us are actually traumatized, or a lot of us are actually scared to love again. So descend to men and just live your life. If it comes, it comes. But if you're going to, every year, I want to see how much people I can act, judge, like, just take it slow. Put men aside and do what you need to do. Do your gym, do your Pilates, follow your passion, go to school, do all those type of stuff. And I know, as I said to you, between me and you is very much things you've heard before, but you need to hear Mariam Diaby say it, because clearly when other people are saying it, you guys ain't listening. You need to, between me and you need to put men aside, because one thing about them, they're very quick to drop us. And for women, especially for women like me, I feel a lot. I actually do feel a lot. And more time, these guys, not that they don't really care, is that they don't really appreciate you. So descend to them, do what you want to do. And when the time is right, when you've descended them enough and like you want to go and dibble and dabble again, where you're more sure about yourself, sure about your likes and wants, then it'll make sense, okay? My favorite point. Follow the plan, not the mood. Like, guys, I swear down, if you're not going to take anything from this video, follow the plan, not the mood. If you follow the plan and not the mood, you'll be the best version of yourself every day of your life. Like, following the plan, not the mood is saying, like, today at work was a long day at work. I was kind of pissed off and I just can't be asked. However, I know that I have to go to gym at 8. So I'm still going to go to gym, because that's a plan, right? My plan is to go to work. My plan is to work. My plan is now to come home and get ready to go to the gym. Am I going to allow a little bad day at work stop me? And I'm not saying, of course, there's certain things that can happen in your life, like drastic things that can happen to your day where it's like your day has to stop. But when it's just those little 1, 2 here and there stuff, bro, follow the plan, not the mood. Like, if I said that after the gym, I need to come home and read for 20 minutes, that's my plan of my day. Make sure I do that. And the reason why I say to people, follow the plan, not the mood, is because when you always follow the plan, it allows you to subconsciously always trust yourself. If you can trust yourself and stick to stuff that you say you can do, you'll start to believe in yourself more, and it means you show up for yourself more. Like, a lot of the times I feel like my friends even respect me a little bit more because they know that Mariam always commits to the stuff she says she's going to do. Like, I could send my friend a video and saying today was horrible. And they'll be like, oh, well, I'm still in the gym. I just finished reading. It's like, oh, Mariam, you still did that? Yeah, I still did do that, because it's just like, when you start to not do the things you say you're going to do, you lose that trust that you have in yourself more. And if you cannot trust yourself, who's going to trust you? Like, you need to believe in yourself and do things you say. And it's all about the little things. If I say that I'm going to meal prep this week, if I said I'm going to do my laundry, if I said I'm going to go to the gym, if I said that every morning I'm going to do my daily affirmations, have that tick box and always make sure, regardless of what happens. Of course, as I said, there's times where you might just have a really bad week, or the world has to stop for a sec, because sometimes your world has to stop for a sec, because sometimes it does. But ultimately, follow the plan, not the mood. Like, these little things that, you know, sometimes your train will be delayed. You're even thinking, oh, this day is so long, I'm so tired. Those are little things the devil tries to do to trick you out of your position or to trick you from the plan. Babe, follow the plan regardless. And I feel like these are things that we all know, but sometimes it's really hard to commit to. And I say, as a girl, we go through so much. So those are the 5 things. I hope I said 5 things. Those are the 5 things that between me and you, if you do, you will be a different person. The first one, let's do it together. I've said that you need to make sure that you are exercising your body, move up and down. I don't care if you're skinny. I don't care what weight you are. You need to be moving. It's not about being skinny. It's about being healthy. I said religion. You need to establish a relationship with your God and your Lord. You need to be consistent by showing up. You don't just show up on your side. You show up even when you're happy. Show God that you care for him too, as much as he does for you. I said that you need to, oh my gosh, what else did I say? I said that you need to follow your passion. Life is too short. Do what you enjoy. If it means have your follow your passion in doing dancing, baking, have a business in there. Just always make sure you're following your passion, especially if you're in a 9 to 5. Do not allow your 9 to 5 to stop you from being that creative that you are called to be. Be smart enough to use your 9 to 5 to fuel your passion, but do not give up on your passion. Also, I said decenter men. Decenter men. If you're heterosexual, men can kill you. Men will kill you. There's women in hospital because of men. There's women that are dead because of men. There are women that are sectioned because of men. There are women that's given up on their lives because of men. Do not be here. And that doesn't mean that those people that have done that are bad, but try as much as you can to not allow a man to ruin your life or to ruin your purpose in this world, because you do have a purpose. And ultimately, follow the plan, not the mood. Where your mood has just been shaken a little bit, do not allow it to be shaken for the whole week. You know, you have your 5 minutes to cry, then you're about to be in a gangster, and that's literally where it has to be. So I hope that you guys really took from that. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next episode of Between Me and You.